because for me, I know where I stand with my God, and that is in the place of blessing, abundance, supplication, sustenance, and every kind of good thing that you can ask for. My name is Esther Band, and this is Chat with Dasa, and you're very much welcome on board. Here we discuss all things in regards to life and how to address issues. It is basically a whole Christian edition about everything. So you're welcome so much on board. If you are new here, please subscribe. Show me the love. Show me the drop the hearts. Drop the hearts. Show me love. Show me love. You know what I'm saying? Show me love. Pamper me. Pamper me with the subscriptions and with the likes and with the comments. And of course with any other topic that you would want me to discuss. So directly to today's topic. I'm excited about this one. I am really excited about it. It's gingering me. Do you know why? Do you know why? And do you know what the topic is? The topic is independence. I came to realize that in my life, I have been very dependent on people, and that is because my self image was damaged as a little girl. It's something that I can't get into right now. We'll definitely have a whole different video about that. But welcome on board. Let's talk about independence. And I'm just going to give a few steps that I have learned through reading. I adore and love reading. So I'm just going to give you a few steps that I have learned and discovered in on being, independent. And when I speak about independence, I do not mean independence from God, because you know what? We are humans. We are created by God. He is our manufacturer. He has the manuscripts to our lives, meaning that everything we do has to be according to what He says it should be. It's just the same way you'd have a car from the Toyota company. The Toyota has its manuscript, its manual, that how the car is supposed to be run, what is supposed to be done when the car does this or does that. That is the same thing with God. He has the manuals to our lives, so we cannot be independent from God. If anything, as human beings, when we try to be independent from God, it brings us to a place lower than we could ever imagine. It really damages us, in as much as some people would want to disagree. But the truth of the matter is, we are created by God, and He is our very identity, so we cannot live away from Him. So straight to the point that I am going to talk about, I've just written them down, and I'm going to read, and I'm going to be reading and be explaining through them bit by bit so that you can understand. So grab your notebook, girl. Grab your notebook. Grab your siblings, grab your friends, grab your everyone that you care about. Let's learn today, and let's fix ourselves to the glory of God. So the first point is that you should break away from other people's expectations. How many times have people clinged to people's expectations? There's what the society has outlined out when it comes to, bringing up of children, when it comes to marriage, relationship, dating, getting wealth, friendship. There are a lot of things that the world has set down. But it is high time that as a Christian, you should purpose on being separated from what is the world's way of doing things. Like you should be after being, you should be after being biblically correct and not politically correct. So make sure that in all that you do, you have broken away from the expectations of people. Have your own values, have your own standards, have your values, and let there be no limitation to your values. Make sure that you will not stop doing something because someone else says that it shouldn't be done that way. That does not mean that you should, keep away the what people have to say and kick it out because you're perfect, because you know what's supposed to be done. Make sure that you filter everything that comes through to you. Make sure that it does not affect your stand, your limitation. And of course, we are all Christians, so make sure that your stand is God's, and nothing should filter through it that is not godly. Everything should bring God glory. Do what only God expects of you. Do what only God expects of you. And sometimes in life you might meet someone that is, very rude, completely rude, for no apparent reason. Probably they're just tired, or probably they're just rude. It's their nature. When you meet someone like that and they address you rudely, it's up to you to decide not to act in according to how they're expecting you to react. They might be rude at you. Be calm, be quiet, address them properly. In as much as they disrespect you, address them properly. Don't allow people's mood to shift your own mood. Be independent. Yes, and the second thing, and on being independent, by the way, on not following people's, not being driven by people's expectations. I want you to remember that it is not everyone that's going to like you, sis. You're not that good. You're not that good. Not everyone is going to like you. You're going to have people that hate you for absolutely no reason. You disgust them. They're like, when they see you, they're like, I can't stand her. I cannot stand her. So not everyone will like you. Stick to your own expectations. Don't not the expectations of men, and follow God in all things. Number two is learn to cope with criticism. Criticism will always come. There's one thing that I've had from my grandparents and my parents as well. And this thing is, no sane person would throw stones at a tree that has no fruit. In our childhood days, I remember when I was in primary school, we used to have a tree near the school that it was a zambarau tree. I don't know what zambarau is in English. Zambarau, what is that in? I don't know what it is, but I'll definitely find it out and give it to you guys. So this tree, it was full of zambaraus, and when it was time for them to, fall down, when they were really ripe, some would fall down and be stepped on by people, but some you had to throw stones at them to get them. So we used to throw stones to have the fruits come down so that we could pick them and eat them. The same way in life, no one would throw stones at an empty something. No, if you're empty, if you're doing nothing, the devil has no concern with your life. That is one thing for sure. He has nothing to do you. In fact, he's contented that you're lazy. That itself gives him peace. So he has no business with your life, and people don't have any business with your life because you're not triggering them in any way. You're not making progress. So what are they gonna do with you? But if you are someone that carries something huge within you, you carry something heavy within you. Trust me, babe, criticism will come from left, right, center, even from the people so close to you that you never imagined. It will come. And when it comes, let it not sway you away, boo boo. Boo boo. Don't be swayed away. For as long as God is content with what you're doing, for as long as whatever you're doing is in line with the word of God, boo boo, don't fret. Don't fret. Don't be shook. Stand firm. Stand firm. Criticism comes, take it as a challenge. Sometimes people might actually be saying the truth, but whatever they're saying it in the wrong way. But just take it. Take it, baby. Take it. You have something bigger. And sometimes you just have to turn a deaf ear. Simply turn a deaf ear. Because sometimes most of the people that criticize other people, they have nothing doing in their lives. They're just boring, seated still like water in a jerrycan, doing nothing. So don't allow what people say bring you down, baby. Don't allow it. For as long as God is comfortable with it, and I'll say it again, God is comfortable with it, do it, baby. Do it. Don't wait. Give it your best. Whatever comes, give it your best. Make sure you're independent of the opinions of people. Don't allow them to bring you down. Do not allow them to bring you down. Don't allow it to happen, no matter what. And remember that as I have said in the last point, no matter what you do, there's always going to be that one person that is not content with what you're doing and how you're doing it. They'll always be like, angefanya hivi, he should have done that, she should have done that, blabbing about what they don't know, blabbing over things that don't matter to them. So don't allow criticism to bring you down. You're stronger than this, baby. You have God. You carry an anointing. Am I preaching to somebody? And the third thing is do something outrageous. Some of your lives are too boring. Too boring. Your lives are too boring for life. Do something. Fight stagnation with all that you have. Fight it, boo boo. Fight stagnation. Do not allow to be standing in one place, being useless. Do not allow to be useless. God fancies excellence. God is an excellent God. So do outrageous. I'll put it this way. Make sure you do something that people will be like, I was not involved, but she did it anyway. You know why? I carry something bigger. I carry something heavier, and that is God. So do something outrageous. Do not always be depending on people. You know, Think beyond your nose. As my science teacher would always tell me, think beyond your nose. It's not every time that you'd be doing things that you're able to do things that you know you can do well. Take the risk. Put your feet in the muddy waters. Try them. Try them. Because if there is no risk, there is no learning. There is no learning without risks. There is no learning without risk. There is no progress without risk. So do something outrageous to the glory of Yeshua. The fourth thing is have your own opinion. Oh God, this speaks to my soul. This speaks to the very depth of my heart. Have your own opinion. I've said before and I'll say it again. Being politically correct is not important. Popular's opinion is sometimes very wrong. What I mean is most of the times wrong. So forget it. Focus on God. Focus on God. Focus on God. And I'll just say this. There's nothing wrong about being different. I'll say this over and over again. Right now, when it comes to dating, the world or the society sees no problem with, sex before marriage. It's done anyhow. It's said by anyone anyhow. In fact, if you are still a virgin, you are regarded as someone that is very shady, someone that is very, I don't know how to, someone that is like, how are you a virgin? What is it? Is it that you don't have men in your life? What is your problem? Are you sick? But there's nothing wrong with being different. How will I emphasize this? There's nothing wrong with being different. If anything, being different is good. For as long as you have God on your side. You don't have to do what people say. You don't have to do what the society tells to us, because most of the times it's driven by, sadly, the Western world at times for those who are in Africa. But be different. Have your own opinion. Say it. And when I say have your own opinion and say it, a wise person would learn when to speak and when not to speak. It's not every time that you'll be dashing your opinion to everyone. Some people are just goons that when you give them your opinion, they'll do nothing about it. Just know where to drop your diamonds. Know where to drop them to people who matter. Yeah, plant seeds in the lives of people that don't waste your seed on people that even whatever you tell them does not understand. So have your own opinion and of course control yourself. Run your own race. Run your own race. But one thing you should not forget, run your own race. But one thing you should never forget, when you make good opinion, says respect it. Your opinion doesn't have to always be right. I've said have your own opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but your opinion is not always right. Your opinion is not always right, and you know it. So if you feel like I am missing it, I am missing the mark. Says you are totally missing the mark. Go to God, ask for direction. If you see one good opinion, baby girl, pick it, run with it. There are people that are placed in your life strategically just to make sure that you have a smooth landing in everything. You get me. You get me. The fifth thing is refuse to pretend. Some of you pretend to. Why on this earth will you choose to stay with someone that you're not content with and you just think there? Auntie, what are you doing? Uncle, what are you doing? What is the problem? Baby girl, what is it? What is it? What? Do you have to say people that with people that you don't like simply because you want to please them? What about you? Your happiness matters. Take care of yourself, boo boo. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. If you don't like something, say it in black and white. You know what, guy? I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like how you chew. You chew too loudly, and it's annoying me. I don't like how you smell. You smell like powers of darkness formed against my life. Just go. Be taking your shower, baby girl. Be taking. I don't like how you speak. I don't like. You're too rude for me. I don't like. If you like it, say it. I like how you do your things. I like how organized you are. I like how you respect everyone. If you like something, say it. If you don't like it, say it. Even in a relationship. Don't be in a relationship with someone because you pity them. pity, 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 pity. You're with them because you feel like, if I leave him, he might get depressed and it will be on my head. Bobo, it will not be on your head. We have many ladies out here. Bobo, it will not be your head. We have very many men out here. Many men out here. So don't we've already done the introduction. And I only started these things after I paid, the Hadari. Young man, go for your dowry. Go and get that dowry. Go and get it. You will not destroy your whole life because of one woman. Women, they plenty. They say even the pretty ones have not yet been born. So refuse to pretend. If you don't like something, say it. Say, there's nothing they can do to you. You're a child of God. You get backing. There's nothing they can do to you. They say it. Refuse to pretend. Refuse to pretend. Refuse. And I just like to read something that Joyce Meyer says in her book, The Confident Woman. This is what she says. I believe not being true to one's own self is one of the biggest joy thieving. Sorry. I believe not being true to one's own self is one of the biggest joy thieves that exist. Do you get that, sis? Do you get that? You cannot just be stealing your own joy because you want to please man. Waiting man get where no go get. Is he not the maker of heaven and earth? Is he not the creator of all things? Let me not emphasize this too much. Refuse to pretend. If you know like talk calm, talk calm. They no swear for you, talk calm. And don't pretend to be who you're not. Don't pretend to be who you're not, and accept yourself for who you are, because you are unique. The probability of another you being born, even by your parents, is very narrow. 10 out of 2 million, very narrow. So be yourself, and as you're being yourself, baby girl, you're not a perfect self. So allow God to change you. Allow God to shift some things in you, because imperfection. Every day we are being transformed in the image of Christ. So while relax, let God change you what He has to change, but maintain your lane, run your own race. You got it? Good. I hope you're taking notes. So say no when you need to. That's my 6th point. Say no. Say no. Say no. No. I had someone say that no is a powerful yes. No is a very powerful yes. Say no. The Bible says, let your no be no, let your yes be yes. Be assertive. Be assertive. Be assertive. If you say, no, I can't, mean it. And Bobo, one thing that is for sure, you don't have to explain your no. Yeah. You don't have to say why it is a no. Sometimes your explaining is wasting too much money, too much time, too much saliva, too much airtime, too much data. You're wasting your time, auntie. Just say no and walk out. Some people, you will tell them no. Explain why you're saying no. Use Bible verses to explain yourself. Use one book to explain yourself. Use one teaching to still explain yourself, but they will not get it. Blockhead. Nothing is entering their head. So don't waste your energy. Do not waste it. Sometimes just relax. Allow them to think what they want to think. Maybe God is fine with what you're doing. God is fine with what you're doing. Move. Move, my sister, move. Don't look back. You say no, you mean it. Let them say no and mean it. Don't be seeking for, sometimes when someone asks, okay, why are you saying no? Now you start explaining, and then they give you reasons why your no should not be a no, and then there is you being swayed away. And you're back to the trap of the evil one. You don't like yourself. You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself. May your no be no. Let your no be no. If he cannot take the no, locomote. Go to the next place. Locomote. Shift. They don't have to understand you. Even Jesus. Do you think they understood Jesus? They did not. They did not. Some things he did and did not even explain why. So let your no be no. And the 7th. Is it the 7th? The 7th is spend time with people who give you time to be yourself. I will tell you one thing that is for sure. For sure. If you stay with people that do not allow you to be yourself, it is training, sis. Training. Because you'll have to listen to his opinion. Then go and listen to his opinion. Then her opinion. Then her. At the end of the day, you have many opinions that do not make sense. They don't make sense. So surround yourself with people that allow you to be yourself. People that allow you to step out of the box. People that do not allow you to be caged in your possibilities. People that do not allow you to be, to see the impossibility in everything. They allow you to fly. Get your wings, Bobo. Fly, 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 Bobo, fly, Bobo. Your good is my good, so let's go. Let's keep going. People that allow you to be yourself. Not people that force their opinions down your throat. As if they born you. They force their opinion down your throat. They shove it. You must accept. Why are you still a virgin, my dear? Why are you still a virgin? Virgin, you are. Why now? How old are you? I am 27. 27! 27? Are you serious? 27? Is there anything wrong with you? Are you sick? Are you sick? Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you fear men? Are you ugly? Are you... Hey! Don't surround yourself with such people. Surround yourself with people that pat you on the shoulder and tell you that, Bobo, you're doing great. People that will be like, you have failed, but their love covers a multitude of sin. You have failed, and they're like, Bobo, a righteous man will fall, but rise. He will rise again. So, baby, you can rise. And I am here to hold your hand, and we shall rise together, because nothing shall bring you down as long as I am with you. Surround yourself with meaningful people. Some of you have very disorganized people that no get anything, no get future. I beg, shift your focus. You need growth. You need people to, pour into you, and not you always pouring into them. You go drain. You'll soon be dry. So yes, surround yourself with people that allow you to be yourself. Okay? And this is absolutely why we need Christian friends in our lives. I was having a conversation with someone, and they were like, there's no point, like we should have, other friends from the world, because if you're not having them, if you don't love them, it's being hypocritical. Hypocritical. So I have a friend from the world, and when I have a problem, who's gonna pray for me? Because if I tell that friend, that, I have a problem, I'm really depressed. What will that person tell me? Let's go and drink, because that is what they do when they're depressed. Baby, have Christian friends. That is actually a conversation for a whole and a whole video full of info about that. I'm just going to drop that. I will drop that. I promise you, I'm gonna drop that. And again, if you surround yourself with Christian friends, you definitely have it good. You definitely have it smooth, because they'll guide you in the right way. You're advised to be yourself, but if yourself is not selfing like it will self, you just go to God and allow Him to make yourself self like you're supposed to self. Hey, tongue twister. Yes, exactly. So if you have Christian friends who guide you in the paths of God, you'll be clothed in righteousness. In righteousness. Anyway, the last thing, walk with God. I started by saying, when I'm talking about steps to independence, I am not meaning independence from God. We need to walk with God, because He has the final say. Baby girl, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, God exists. And what He wants for me is better than what I want for myself. Because He says that when I was in my mother's womb, He knew me. And He says my expectations will not be cut off. He will surely give me an expected end. So whatever He thinks about you is the best. So walk with God. Walk with God. Walk with God. There are people in your life that are placed by God, to help you do this, do that, make things easy. Kingdom financiers. And, God has endowed us with many beautiful people around us. But one thing you need to understand, with or without their absence, God is still God. With or without their absence, God does not stop to be God. And God will help you, whether they're there or not. Whether they're there or not, God will still help. So your dependence your dependence should not be on anything or anyone. It should be on God He is my strong tower, my shield and buckler. He anoints my head with oil. Shoo! Then I should go and depend on one man. And then the Bible continues to say that vain is the help of man. Cursed is he that depends on man. I don't want to be cursed though. Because if God curses, unless he uncurses, you stay cursed forever. So just depend on God. In all you do, depend on God. Do not allow yourself to depend on men because they have nothing to offer. The Bible says in Psalms 24, the earth is the Lord's and its fullness thereof. Depend on God. Yeah, that is all. I've given 7 points, and I just want to be a blessing to you. When things bless me, baby girl, be sure. I'm gonna come here and share it with you guys. I will definitely come here and share it with you because I want us to grow together. We want to raise kingdom women. Proverb 31. Okay? So that will be all for today. I have been your favorite, most beautiful, graced, and favored person, Estamban. This is Chat with Dasa. Thank you so much for walking with me this far, and I hope that you have learned a lot. If you are new, because may you show me love, show me love, show me love, show me love. Don't they do shakara for me. You show me love, show me love. Subscribe, share, like. Let's grow together. Let's grow together. Let's grow together. And if there's anything, like I said before, you want us to discuss, baby girl, feel free to drop it in the comment section. And have a blessed week ahead. Peace and blessing upon your family, upon everything that you do. Goodbye. I love you guys. This is Chat with Dasa. Estamban is your favorite person. Have a nice time. Bye bye, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for the support you've shown me. God bless you.